Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing? Well, if you saw the uh, President Trump's address of what's been going on, I think everyone can tell that like always, uh, he could not address the issue of what's going on. He chose to go to 30 different places here and there rather than to just stay on topic and address the issue as is. Us um, as black men, women, children, and families, and as a whole, we have been the target of dirty cops for far too long. And this issue goes back all the way to 400 years ago, all the way back to 1620. So President Trump, obviously, he put in the order to summon the military police. And he claimed, and this is by far, I think, the funniest thing he has ever said, but he claimed that he was for peaceful protests, but yet he ordered the military police to open fire. President Trump, for the longest, had been said what he's about, and he's not he's about anything but peace. Any adjective that you can use to describe him would fit. Racist, bigot, liar in chief, you name it. It doesn't matter which one you use, it perfectly describes him. And the brother of George Floyd, Terrence Floyd, I think he perfectly put it into great detail on the significance of what happened to his brother George Floyd at the hands of the police. We have to make sure we show up to vote on November the 3rd. We have to make sure that we get Trump out, because what Trump is doing is wrong, is not presidential, and is quite appalling and quite pitiful. We need to make sure that Trump won't be able to do what he's doing ever again. Not in the highest office of the land. And we got to send Trump back to where he came from. I understand that people back in 2016 did not vote for Hillary for a whole bunch of reasons. And a lot of them honestly was quite silly and disgusting. Some did not vote for Hillary because she's a woman, and some did not vote for Hillary Clinton because she was pro-choice. But I must say Hillary Clinton would have been a far more better president than the one that's temporarily occupying the highest office in the land. We gotta make sure that we continue to do these peaceful protests, and we gotta make sure that we do not destroy our own communities. We gotta channel our anger into not only keeping these peaceful protests going, but by also making sure that we turn out come November the 3rd, that we turn out to vote, that we make sure that we get JB and his VP in that office, and that we make sure that Trump and Vice President Pence leaves the Oval Office. We cannot afford to have to have these unpositive destruction types of antics from Trump any longer. We got to get Trump out. It's such of high importance. We got to make sure that we certainly get it done. So everybody, please, we got to turn out to vote on November the 3rd. That's not an option. We have to do it, whether we show up in person or whether we do a mail-in ballot. We got to get it done. Not an option. We got to turn out to vote on November 3rd and make sure we get JB and his VP in office. President Trump must go. William Barr must go. Every last one of Trump's administration needs to go. And we have to get JB in that White House. We got to make sure that we get it done.